Hello everyone and welcome to this episode of the BTS Bubble. Today we are going to talk about Jungkook's birthday and basically his the last year that has been. So that's what we will cover. But before we get into all of that fun stuff, I want to put a disclaimer. This podcast is made purely of love for BTS. Here I will talk about my opinions and my love for the Bangtan men. This is an explicit podcast. I don't swear often, but you never know what these men will make me do. If you want to support me and gain access to extra material, feel free to support me on Patreon that is linked below. You can also give a donation on PayPal in the link below. All of this helps me improve the content of this podcast. But for now, let's get it. So let's start and talk about Jungkook's birthday. So it's been a lot, honestly. We can start with his live. His live when it started, I wasn't prepared, but I didn't know first what was going on, but I could figure it out from the beginning. Like when I went on Twitter, you could read the translations, so I can figure it out. And when I figured out that he was doing a song, like making a song out of messages that ARMY have sent him, I thought that was so sweet. Like it's so cute of him to like sit down and like do this with us. Like I really think that was sweet. And then it kept doing that, and when it got closer to his birthday, he took out this birthday cake, which it was quite simple looking, but still pretty. I hope you understand what I mean. But when he took it out, you could see how much he wanted to eat it. Like you could see like his glitter in his eyes. Like he has cake. Like he just wanted to eat it. And he also got like cream, or what is it called? Like cake cream on his finger, and he tasted it and he was like, oh, I just want to eat it. Like that was the feeling I got from him. And then it was time for his birthday to arrive, so to speak. And then from nowhere, J-Hope shows up, like jumping in with all his energy. And you could, like, from this, you could really feel that J-Hope had been waiting for this. Like, he had been sitting patiently and waiting. And you could feel like he had stored up all his energy for this. So I just think that was kind of fun how he came to say congratulations. And then he came back again with like a while after he came back with a cake, and it was so fun because he had bought individual pieces of cake and then put them together to a big cake. If I understood it right, that was what he had done. So I also think that was kind of sweet. And after that, like, I thought that when he had a cake and everything, like, he would have a last song and then finish. But no, not Jungkook. He kept saying, no, this will be the last song, this will be the last song. I don't know how many times he said it was the last song, but he just kept on singing and singing, which, of course, I liked. And what I need to mention is he sang Paradise. Like, this for me, I mean, this was so big. Like, we have been waiting for so long for just any one of the members to, like, acknowledge, basically, that Paradise actually is a song that they have made. Like, it was so fun to see that he did that. And also, one thing I need to mention from the live, which I I didn't see it in the live, to be honest. I didn't like notice it then. But then I went on Twitter and I noticed his tongue piercing. So if you look at the document, you will see the pictures clearly. Like you will see the piercing on the tongue. And I mean, I like it. Like I think both tattoos and piercings are beautiful. So I am just happy he gets to like express himself in that way. And also he had this like during his birthday he had this, should I call it, challenge where he like Army could post like different foods they were confident in making, like different foods. And he posted a picture of ramen, which I was so like it looked so delicious and I can't have gluten, so I was like both like oh my god, so delicious, but kind of mad. Like I was like, could you not post anything else? I mean, I'm so craving ramen and I can't even have it. But it's a struggle I have to live with, I guess. And also, the other members wished him happy birthday in different ways. Some of them just said kind of happy birthday, some of them posted pictures, and yes, I know, Taeyang did not publicly wish him a happy birthday. And with this, like, I think people need to chill about this because it's not that big of a deal. Like, he is his own person. If he wants to wish him happy birthday publicly, he will. If he doesn't want to, he won't. Like, it's that simple. It doesn't mean, like, I'm a Taecooker, but it doesn't mean that oh, now Taekook have broken up. Oh, how sad. Not like that. It's not like that. Like, it's bigger than that. And also, I think it's kind of more like a statement that he didn't do it, if you know what I mean. So I just think people need to relax a bit about that. So I guess that was kind of it for his birthday. And now I will talk about some fan projects around the world. So there have been so many fan projects, like a lot of them. But I will mention two of my like favorite, I guess. So the first one is it's a blow up doll and birthday cake, like a giant doll of Jungkook and a giant happy birthday cake. And it's at the Eland theme park at the Seoul Han River. And I just think it was so cute. Like you can watch the pictures in the document. And also one that I need to mention is the Still With You exhibition. So this was so beautifully made. Like I don't know where it is. I haven't found where it is. But it's so beautiful. Like I don't know. I don't have the creativity to begin with to like imagine that. But, like it's so fun and like I live in a town where like it feels like no one knows about BTS except me and my family. But I mean, if I would walk like in the town in my city and I would see like an Jungkook doll or an exhibition with Still With You, like I would be so happy. So I mean, like it's a gift for Jungkook, but like I think it's also a gift for like the public, if you know what I mean. So I guess that was it for the fan projects. So let's move on to the next. So let's talk about his lives. His lives this year has been quite overwhelming, to be honest. Like his lives has been very healing and very fun to watch. Like every time I've watched it, it felt like a healing time. And also, like with his lives, I felt like he had a mission for each live, like he had something he wanted to show during each live. And overall, I would say that in each live, he wanted to show that he had grown up. I don't know if you kind of get what I'm saying, but I will get into that more later. But for the memorable moments from his lives, so I need to start with salad conversation. Because he has this conversation when he talks about how he's been eating salad and trying to be healthy and everything. And he says that first he begins with saying that you should eat salad maybe 2 or 3 times in a week. But then as he continues on and talking about it, he starts like, or maybe once a day. Like he hasn't made up his mind really. Like it's kind of like a mess. I don't know what he's trying to say. But the point of it, I guess, is that he wants us to be healthy. But when he's eating his salad, he doesn't even like it. Like he's forcing himself to eat it. It's like the wine coincidence. Like, you know, the incident with the wine in the hotel room. If you have heard my previous episodes, you will understand. But it's the same thing. He's forcing himself to eat this salad, like, which is unnecessary, really. But like, I'm just happy it's being healthy, of course. But I just think it's so cute that he wants us to be healthy, and he's like, he cares about our well-being, but when he's saying it, he was like, he doesn't really know exactly what he should say. Like, he just knows that he wants us to be healthy, but he doesn't know exactly what to say. So I just think that's kind of cute. And then we also had a moment with the kombucha. So basically, he had a live where he was drinking this kombucha. Then a week later, like it was all sold out, like everything he uses, like it was sold out. So he got back on V Live, and he's in a cute way. He scolded us, and like I think this really contributed a lot to like helping small businesses. I mean, I think I read like the company that made the kombucha, their profit like it gained with 500%, and then the like money they got from that they donated to like help with COVID-19 and everything. So I mean, it's just amazing that he has done these things, because he really has done these things where he's trying to help small businesses. He also did it with like a whale tail necklace. Like it was a necklace he wore for a Run BTS episode with like a whale tail, and it's also like was sold out. So I mean, it's just amazing that he does that. And another moment that he had during the live, he is asking us if he can go to the restroom, and like he's asking us like we could say no. Like how could we say no? Like if all armies were like going to respond like no, would he just then sit there and not go to the bathroom? Like he doesn't need our permission to go to the bathroom. But I think it's so cute that he actually like he asks, and then he's like, I will come back quickly, okay? Like I just think it's so cute when he does that. And then we have a moment from a recent live. And yes, this is him dancing in underwear. Like that live was just crazy. Like all of a sudden, he was wearing almost nothing and then dancing. Like he's singing, like he is standing up singing in and dancing in like his underwear. Like you can see everything. It's not even like I know he's wearing a pajamas or a set over it or what you should call it, but still it is. I would say it's not that he's wearing nothing, because you can see everything. And also in the same live, he sang "Leave the Door Open." And if you have listened to my July V Live recap episode, I talked more about that there. But I mean, I loved when he sang this song, because like I loved how he acted during the entire time. Like he had this shy smile and his hips were moving, and he was like, "Come on, girl." I mean, I just thought it was so funny and so cute when he did it. So I just love how that song is like written for him. So it's amazing. His V Live moments has been amazing. So now let's get on to the performance moment. So for now, for his performance moments. So he have had many moments this year, which has been amazing when it's been, I mean, on stage, like not on stage, but on stage. You know what I mean. And like his performance this year has just been amazing. But I need to first talk about the muster. So for this muster, he was wild. Like he was. I don't know what happened to him during this muster, but like it was like he let it all go. Like all the energy he had built up during like not performing, he was just like releasing it and just being like he really he went wild, I think. And also with the clothes, like he was wearing these like very revealing clothes, and he showed a lot of skin, a lot of tattoo. Like him performing with his tattoos like that, like I was not prepared, no one was prepared. Like it was amazing. And I mean, also he's performing this year when he drummed in the Dynamite performance. I loved it. I felt like I was so proud of him, and I felt like he was proud of himself, which I don't think, like, I don't get the feeling that he really is that proud of himself. Like, he always thinks he could do better and bigger and everything. But for here, I really like that it felt like he was happy with him drumming. Like, he felt proud that he was doing this, and he should be, because it was amazing, and I want to see it again. And also, this moment was not this year, but the My Time performance on the On E concert. So, of course, we all liked that performance. I mean, loved. I loved the performance. But for me, it felt more than a performance. Like, I felt he really had a message with his performance, and he really tried to speak a lot with that performance. He was like showing us his story, and there is something that is bugging me a lot about his performance. Not just a performance, but what people have said around the performance. That is like, they have said that it's too sexual, or they said that people should not think that his performance is sexy because of the fact that he sings about his childhood. And I mean, I get so upset when I see these comments, because that basically goes against the entire meaning with the song and performance. Like, he had made this to show what he wanted to do, even though he has like no room in his life to be actually just him. Like, he is so controlled, like everyone is watching every step he take. So I mean, I just think it's so wrong when he does this performance to show him and doing exactly what he wants. Like, going and say that's wrong. I just think that's just wrong. Okay, but I guess that was all. Like, I could speak on and on and on about his performance moments. Like, every performance, he is amazing. But I just picked the ones that felt more, like, had more, not meaning, but a little more special to me. So I hope you understand. But now let's get into the like general memorable moments, if you understand. So let's start with the butter countdown. So in this butter countdown, he was iconic. Like, he had this apron that fit him perfectly around the hips. Like, it's so snug, and you can see like his hourglass shape. Like, it's just amazing, and very he's very pretty in it. And there were a lot of moments that I could speak about in the butter countdown, but I've chosen a few of them. So let's start with him putting his arm around Tiang. So what he's doing is that first he's standing and looking at Tiang. He's like contemplating to do it. Then he's like, okay, I'm going to go for it. And he puts his arm around Tiang, and he looks at the staff, or whoever they are, and the filming crew, and he looks so smug. He looks so proud, like mission accomplished. I don't know. Probably, like, if my opinion about Tiang and Jungkook is right, this is probably something they had planned before. Like, now in this batch countdown, Jungkook is going to be brave and show, like, on cam what he feels. So he was like, he put his arm around Yang. He was showing like, yes, he is mine. We are together. Like, we belong together. And he looked so proud, and I just love that moment. And I mean, after he did it, he had his like little celebration dance, which is just amazing, where he's like swaying his hips side to side. Like, that's just amazing. He was so proud. And another moment I also need to talk about in the butter countdown, that is Taeyang and his muscle king. So yes, I know it's about Jungkook, but believe me, it is about Jungkook. So we all know that Taeyang likes Jungkook's muscles. Like, it's no secret. Like, we all know it. Like, it's like common fact. But Taeyang is standing and he's like squeezing Jungkook's arm, and Jungkook is noticing it. Like, is so aware. So when Taeyang is squeezing, he tightened his fist, so he will like his muscle will be more, like, I don't know, firm. I don't know if you understand what I mean. Like, he's tightening his fist, so his like, I think you know what I mean. I'm not like I don't know about I don't know about muscles or workout or any of those words associated to that because I don't have muscles and I don't work out. But basically, it's like he's he's tightening his muscles, and Tiang is standing like feeling his muscles, like feeling his arm up, and I just think it's adorable because Jungkook wouldn't have to like tighten his muscle. Like he already have like he doesn't have a lot of body fat, so when you squeeze his arm, you will feel the muscle, even if it doesn't squeeze it. If you understand what I mean. But I just think it was so cute that Tiang couldn't wait. He just needed to feel his muscle right then and there. So I just think that was amazing. And for another memorable moment that Jungkook has done this year is the Disease Bridge. So he released it on Weavers like in the middle of the night, and I mean when he released it, it was so good. Like I was floored. I didn't know what to do with myself. Like I didn't know why he did. Like I didn't know what was going on. I was like, this is just amazing. And he said like he kept like he talked about it in one of his V lives, and he was like that he kept forgetting about that he made it the bridge, and that he felt like he were supposed to release it, but he just kept forgetting and everything. And then like in the middle of the night, he was like, "Oh, I will just post it because Army will love it, right?" And then he says this. I just posted it and then went to sleep. And I mean, this is almost rude because when he says like he went to sleep, he has this smile on his face, like he doesn't, like he knows what he's doing to us when he does this. Like he's not dumb, like he knows like what kind of position he puts us in when he released that. It's not like you cannot just release that disease bridge and just thinking that we would carry on as usual. Like that was so good, and he knew exactly what he did. So I just love that. And another moment I need to point out in this year, like a memorable moment from him, that is him and Leave the Door Open. So during the Zack Sign show, he seems to leave the door open, and that entire moment just became like legendary, and I just love that moment. Like he's so funny when he does it, and it's almost like he does not realize what he's doing. And I mean, I need to mention the other members' reaction during this entire interview because they are priceless. But since it's so much like if you are a take cooker, you know what's happening in this like interview. But I have made like a very thorough analysis that is found on my Patreon because I felt like I can't explain the analysis in this episode because it's both about Taekook and there's Jimmy J Hope and there's a lot of different members included in this analysis. So I felt like I had to do a separate document about that. So you can find it on Patreon if you want to check it out. And also a beautiful moment. It wasn't this year. I have included like since his last birthday. And this is him being the director for Life Goes On. Like he was amazing. Amazing. He did such a great job. Like I think back to the time was some, I don't know if they were recording, I don't know, remember if it was like during a festa or what it was. I have trouble to remember it right now. But he said that he wanted to make an album by himself one day, like all the members could do that and do the producing and write the songs and direct and everything. And I'm just so happy he got to be the director of this music video. Like, first of all, it's amazing. But also him doing that, I felt like it's about time, honestly. Like, it's about time. So I'm just so happy for him. Both as I'm happy for my sake, like an army, that I could experience the beautiful music video and him as a director. And I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful for him. I am proud of him for doing this. Like, this is an important step in his career, so I'm so happy he got to do this. And also about this, I need to talk about the B press conference. So for this B press conference, I mean he was so stylish and so handsome, but like at the same time, he looked so young and so nervous. Like when he had his hair set, when he had like pushed his hair back, like half of the hair. I don't know how to explain it. But when he does that, he just looks a bit younger. I'm going to be honest, when you can see his forehead and you can see like not his bangs in his face, he just looks a bit younger. And he was so cute during this conference because he was so proud and he was so nervous and when he was so good. So I just love that moment. So Jungkook's hairstyle changed. This is like an overall moment, not like a specific moment. But he has changed his hair so many times this last year. Like he's had blue hair, blonde hair, purple hair. Like he has had almost all of the colors, I feel like. But he's had like such a journey with his hair since his last birthday. But now he's kind of like gone this whole circle. So now he's back to basics. Like in the Permission to Dance music video, I almost felt like he was back to coconut, like at one time, like with that forward bang, if you know what I mean. So I mean, I just feel like he's back to basics, and instead, like he wants to grow it out now, but he wants to do it more slowly and more, not carefully, but more like precisely. Like he wants to have more control over it this time. So it will be fun to see where he's going with it, to be honest. But now I feel like I want to talk about him as a person during this year. So I feel like he has grown a lot this year since his last birthday. I mean, I get the feeling he really wants to show us that he is an adult. And also, like he said in the Run BTS episode, he's not shy anymore. Like, he has showed us more skin. He has shown his tattoos. He's been more like free in that way. And I just think all of this is a part of him that he wants to explore. And also he started to care more about his looks and fashions. Like he said in his live that like before he only used to buy black and comfortable clothes, but now he's giving more detail. And I mean, I also love with this how he has helped different small companies during this like COVID-19 time. So I feel like he's been very active this year, done a lot of things. And something that I also feel this year is that he has begun to stand up for himself more. Like I don't know what happens behind closed doors, like in their meetings and everything, but the feeling I get is that he make more demands now, and I love that. Like it feels like he sets boundaries and he stands up for himself more and make more demands because he knows in what kind of position he's in. So I just love that. So yeah, let's just now I think I said that. So now let's just summarize everything. So now we have talked about Jungkook's birthday. It's been quite a ride. I have enjoyed both his birthday and I really enjoyed talking about these past years because I really feel like a lot of things has happened. So it was so fun. So I want to thank you so much for joining me in this lovely episode of the BTS Bubble. I will be back next week with another fun episode, so make sure you don't miss out. In the meantime, you can follow me on the BTS Bubble 7 on Instagram and Twitter, which is linked below. I post daily, so make sure you don't miss out. See you next week!